Good morning, everyone, and this is Terry, and welcome to my jungle, and welcome to another edition of An Orchid a Day. And today for me is such a day of satisfaction, and I can honestly say that, and I've said it before, but there is a feeling of completion, similar to when you're having that cigarette after hot sex, or after you've went on a very first date with someone that ended in feeling like you and that person will have a future, and you know that that's like that, and you have no doubts about it. Now, I joke and am self-deprecating about my collection, how it's like my wisteria. It's just taking over, and you have to, it's up there. Do you see that? My neighbors hate me. And honestly, I don't care, because I'm sure that when it blooms, they love it. But what I'm really referring to is really feeling complete with my collection in so many ways. In the fact that it is established, seemingly even new things that I've mounted recently, very recently, they have responded quickly, and that is without giving them any fertilizer, which is blasphemy, because especially to have a collection this large with cat-led types and high fertilizing, high feeders, for me to feel like maybe they don't need anything. Well, I'm not feeling like maybe. I'm thinking they aren't getting anything until at least next year, or maybe during the winter sometime. And I'm fine with that, because they haven't got anything, as I've said, maybe once or twice, but not in months. And when I see growths on things that have never grown for me, when I see a plant that I just got in spike produce another spike, when I see plants that have never rebloomed for me, that have been recovering from scale for a couple of years, I see them recovering pretty well, to my satisfaction, to the point where they're not going to be thrown away. In addition to that, my collection of encyclias has certainly grown, but the ones that I have are the ones that I want, and I have them all that I want, for the most part. There are a couple, but I have the majority of the ones that I set out to get. I have the majority of the Persavola species, and I have a lot of hybrids. I recently got what's in there, my crazy arachno. I got my Adornishi back here. I got two of them just to be safe. I got my Cespisquidale here that are recovering, so that's not a concern. My Scotianum is thriving. All of my angraecums are thriving. I definitely, if it's in my zone of growing culture, meaning that if it's not a cool grower or one from more of a mountainous region, I will not get it. But if it's more of a warm grower, I will buy it. Same as Florida Suncoast Orchids. Any hybrid or species of Angraecum or Angricoids that I see and I don't have, and really there isn't that many. There isn't. Unless my Florentulum dies, I could use an Arachnidas, but for the most part, I've got 2 or 3 Jumelias. I've got, you know, I've got lots of blooms. I've got my Brassavolas back up to par. I've got my Encyclias back up to par. I'm honestly done with Bobos. I'm done with Bobos. I've got Frank Smith. I've got Wilburchain. I've got, what else is there? I've got Echinolabium. I've got Carunculatum. I've got Nymphopolitanum. And I've got my mean Garuda down there. I'm happy. I've got my Gongoras over here, Chacoensis. I've got some Encyclias. You know, in there, I've got all the Phalaenopsis species that everybody wants. I have them. I don't think I'm missing anything. Maybe a couple that I don't care about. I've got all my Cornocervis. I've got my Acreopsis. I've got my Dendrobium nindi. I've got my Dendrobium discolor. I've got my Vanda Mimi Palmer. I've got my Den Thrissiflorum Frederixianum, and I've got my fucking Yuri. I've also got my Den Hercoglossum and the Alba. My Hercoglossum is here somewhere. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, when I say I'm winding down, folks, I am really. And today, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of what I'm talking about. The last, well, you know, I still want a Cymbadella. You know, I just lost my Cymbadella. What else would I love to have? I would love to have an Aggregatum, but that's no biggie. I got my Hibiki, which is looking really beautiful. Blooms coming out more and more. There's one there, and then there's that one that's down there at the base. I've got, as I said, my Dendrobiums. I've got my deciduous ones here. I've got my Docurilla collection. And as far as, there's my Phalaenopsis that completes. I've got my Areas that I love. What else? I have many collections, but these are the main ones. I would say, as far as Cattleyas, as long as I have this spotted, I have my Guarianthes, I've got them. And now, today, I got this, which I've wanted since day one. And there was one that I had, and I just threw it away. But anyway, I wish you could smell this, and if this hadn't arrived after the fragrance, Friday fragrance, this might have won. Might have won. If you don't know, this is Bacteria grape wax, none other, which is a cross between Birthday Borinjana, and fragrance, and I believe it's Guttata, Cattleya Guttata. I think. Anywho, folks, this has been really a pleasure. I hope you all understand what I'm saying. I am, besides Jim, I mean, I've got so much. And would you want to have more? This is out of bounds. Okay, but this completes my collection, minus a few other things. And as I was saying, I've got my wine-eyed leopard. That's another thing. I've got my Florida stars. I've got my Encino Miami. I got another Vita Lee to replace the dead Vita Lee. So I hope you all understand when my unboxings are limited to just Florida Suncoast orchids, but I'm sure you will like those as well. But anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and thanks for all your support and commentary and love. Enjoy your orchids.